Okay, hold on, I'll make this real quick. Okay, hey, what's up YouTube? Charles Lane 27 here. I'm back at you with another video, but today I'm just going over a video on, instead of snipping off one end of your extension cord, and you want to keep the whole length of it, much of it as possible, I'm going over how you can actually do this. Instead I'm just going to explain it to you because I already got through the video, and I videotaped the other part. I'm not going to launch it though because I'm probably going to bore you guys, and it's just too long. It was over 20 minutes. I think it was 25 minutes. Holy shit. It was about a half hour long. Longer than what it should have took. Anyway, so what you want to do is you're going to need some... might need some snips for trimming your... I just using my scissors for trimming my heat shrink. Alright, that's what I did on here. This is so it would stay on here a little bit better when I crimp this on. Plus, it doesn't need to be that... just enough to go over this thing right here. This little butt connector. And the reason why I'm putting this on there is because this is actually an indoor-outdoor extension cord. Anyways, there was a fray. The fray was right here. There's a little thing that snipped it off. I snipped it off at one end over here and one end over here. Then I took it and another thing. So yeah, you're gonna need. Well, first of all, you're gonna need snips or some type of scissors for cutting your heat shrink length. Some wire crimpers. Alright. For me, since this is a 16 gauge extension cord, I needed some 16 gauge butt connectors. I got those at Napa Auto Parts because it's the closest store in town. I don't feel like going all the way into Lowe's. And then I got this little neat thing right here. It's a little multi-tool. I like it because it helps for a lot of different things besides just stripping wires. It's made by Hyper-Tough from Walmart. You're gonna need that, and then you're gonna need some either diagonal cutting pliers or some linesman pliers. So what we want to do is you want to just snip it, cut it on one end, and then cut it at the other end. This is just because it has more leverage and it's easier for cutting thicker cords. Then what I did is I pulled out my little Walmart multi-electrician's tool. I pulled out the little electrician's knife on here, so I can cut the sheath. Then I just went like this and worked my way around it. Just gently, and you have to be careful with this so you don't cut it too much. And then I did the same thing on the other side, the other part. And I stripped about 2.5 to 3 inches on there, off of there for the sheath, just because it's easier to work with that way. And then the last part, what you're going to do is you're going to take some electrical tape and wrap it around it. But first, let me show you how all this is done. Then you just strip about 1/4 inch, maybe a 1/2 inch, about a 1/4 inch off of here, just enough. And then I like to crimp it at 2 ends, so that way it doesn't come off here. Give it like a gentle tug, not hard, but just enough to make sure that it's on there, nice and tight. And then always make sure that. Well, I don't know why I'm explaining this, but everybody knows this, but if you're a dummy or whatever, and you don't know what you're doing, if you've never done this before, just make sure you put this stuff on here first, on the 1/2, and then slide it over. So now what I'm going to do, almost finished with this, and I'm going to show the heat shrink part. This is like the last part, so I crimp those two together. Alright, that's what it looks like. Also, I might have forgot to mention, you're also going to need a heat gun. It's a Drill Master from Harbor Freight. It's cheap, but it works. Alright. That's all I really care, is just that it works. And that's cheap. Well, okay, both things I do, but Harbor Freight makes some alright tools. Now I'm going to plug this in. And I'm just gonna like hold this apart a little bit. And put it on high to heat up quicker. And I'm just going to heat shrink it. Make sure it's somewhere kind of in the middle. This will just protect it from any water or anything like that. Even though we're already wrapping it in electrical tape, still never hurts starts to kind of overdo it a little bit. Turn that off for a second, and then...
That's not hot on my chair, is it?
No, but it wouldn't hurt even if it was. It smells like it is, but that's actually the heat shrink. Why are you worried about that? We're worried about the paint melting off of it?
Yeah.
This isn't even paint, this is
I'm just worried
polyurethane.
about the chairs.
This is polyurethane though. This has a higher melting point.
Oh, but please don't.
I think it's about 1,000 degrees, is what it is. If I remember correctly, polyurethane has a melting
I
point
just
of...
want them to be nice.
I know. Yeah, I know. You don't have enough. You don't have enough money to have nice things. I know. Now, let me just get on with my video here. I don't either. I understand your pain. You know. I mean, and not only that, but not everybody can afford wood chairs. You know.
No.
It's just because I mean, you know what they say, like fucking everything that's made out of wood, real wood nowadays is freaking expensive.
Yeah, and those are real wood.
Now we're just gonna heat shrink this part right here. Maybe. Now here's your finished product. Alright, there you go. And now we're ready to wrap it on electrical tape, but I'm going to let this cool off. I'm going to let this heat gun cool off. Thing should be fine, as long as this metal tip isn't touching the chair. But that's why they have this guard around here. So when you set it on something, it doesn't melt it. Oh, I'm going to set this up.
Fixed?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to set this outside real quick to let it cool off, because that thing gets really fucking hot. Go. These are still a little bit warm. Just cooling off pretty quickly though. But that's what your unfinished product should look like. You see how it's nice and neat like that. So that's what you want to do. And then you want to take, last but not least, your final step is you want to just take it. If I can find the end of the fucking electrical tape, pardon my French. I tend to get frustrated sometimes. But anyways. Yeah, the reason why I'm doing this for my neighbor, though, is she's an elderly lady, and I like to help her out a lot, you know.
I feed him well.
Yeah, she feeds me well. Chris feeds me pretty well. Anyways, I go around here and wrap it around. Go to quite a few layers, not too much, don't overdo it. Just enough to protect it and everything. I don't know if OSHA would approve of this, alright? Don't be telling OSHA, because then I could probably lose my OSHA license. But, I mean, if they're watching this video, They probably are, because I know they have a YouTube channel now too, I guess, and I did not know about that. But I guess if they saw this little heat shrink here, then they'd be like, alright, yeah, I think it's supposed it's safe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. It's gonna look kind of funky, but reality, everybody knows, or at least we know, that this is actually gonna be a lot safer than what it looks like. So this should be fine, and yes, as long as you use the right gauge butt connectors, you should be perfectly fine.
Is that the one?
Yeah, why? You're not interfering now, it's just... So I'll make sure I cover it the whole way. And there you go. And that's the end of this video.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about that, she's just making a lot of noise over there. Anyways, but there you go, that's what it should look like. It looks kind of messy, but not really too bad. But really, it should be nice and strong. It should hold up pretty well. It's pretty flexible. And if you make sure that you wrap it around there neatly, you know, it'll hold up pretty well. So, yeah. I've done this before many times, and I think that's about it. So, thanks for watching, YouTube, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this a like if you liked the video, if you found it helpful, and if you please do me a small favor of just hitting that subscribe button and smashing that bell so you get the notifications. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll keep you guys updated with more great content and stuff that's really helpful and stuff. And that's how you... Now this is only one part. I have another part to do, but I'm not going to show that because it's going to be way too long for a video to do. But anyways, that's how you take one part of an extension cord and you just salvage one of the ends, and without having to shorten it that much. I only shortened it probably about like 2 inches or 1.5 inches. But there you go. Hope you guys found that helpful. Charles Lane 27 out.